Do you ever feel like you're in the middle of nowhere with your music advocacy? Well, check out the Kansas Music Educators Association AdvoAngle.
I'm Kelly Nedler, your KMEA Music Advocacy Chairperson. You never know where you're going to get that opportunity to advocate for music education. Music advocacy can be done from the most unlikely of places. How about from home? Whoever thought that we'd be teaching from home at the end of the year? Since none of us are going anywhere fast, well, how about taking a few moments to advocate for music from home with ideas from KMEA's AdvoAngle? Now, I'm amazed at how quickly the music community came together to share ideas as the world community was faced with COVID-19, the coronavirus. Have you noticed how music makes everything feel a little better? I know you do, because you're a music advocate. Remember, music advocacy is not about tenure or a piece of equipment. It is about the deep emotional need that we have as humans to connect with one another. So, here are some suggestions that you can ponder and maybe even try. And keep in mind, appreciation for music comes from the more we know and the more we understand it. Virtual performances are a great way when you're stuck at home to get your music out. You could do solos, duets, small ensembles, collaborate with somebody, and give a public performance. Show off your talents. Perform for your students. Have your students perform for you. Maybe get parents involved. Have your social media friends join you. Maybe do a virtual talent show with your students, your church choir, civic instrumental group, or colleagues in musical theater, or any other musicians in your community. Remember, it creates a bond, and we realize that we're all in this together. No copyright infringement intended. Maybe you could do a showcase of your pieces that you've worked on over your lifetime. Perform from the classical or the pop venue, or maybe even both. Show off an arrangement that you have done or a song that you've written. I think it's pretty neat seeing professional artists at home doing what they do with their stripped down versions of their radio hits. So, show your students who you are at home and what you do in your free time. Don't stop music education just because we're separated. You could learn a new instrument. You could be taught by your friends, by your students. Have your students teach you an instrument. You could teach group lessons to the public as a service project. You could give one large lesson to get them started, and then maybe even create a weekly series of lessons. You could teach some sort of music history. You could teach the history of music in its entirety, or you could teach an era of music. Maybe even something more specific like opera, Broadway, rock and roll, country music, symphonic music, or even the history of a particular instrument. You could teach music theory for beginners, teach note reading, chord structures, why pop music chord changes are what they are, or why chord changes of a particular era are what they are. Not only are you enriching the lives of others through music, you are opening a new and refreshing way to enrich yourself by studying the subject you love, music.
Well, you never know where you get that opportunity to advocate for music education. My name's Kelly Nedler, and this is the AdvoAngle.